Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go! 60 outlaws. 49 to Mike. Yeah. Zoom. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Hey, come on out here.
Bridgewater on first down. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 31.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. 10 yards on the pickup there. And second down.
Keep coming.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now Allen off the bootleg. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check the backer, check the backer.
56, 56.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. They follow up the first down 1 yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So don't say nothing.
Throwing is Allen on third. Hard throw, incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A first down throw for Bridgewater. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A gain of 6 there on first.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
58, boys, 58, 58.
Now Bridgewater. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Finding Green, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Bills' 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. On third down, Swift. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Gets around him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They will run with Singletary. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
58, boys, 58, 58, come on.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Check three, check three, check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
52. Crunch time, defense. Go, 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 go.
On second down now, Singletary. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mike. Round 80. Check 55, Mike. Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Regular.
Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
Stop.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run on first down. Swift trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And this is as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's got Green. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he finds Parker here, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Conner. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On second down, Conner looking for space. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Alert.
Here's Singletary. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here comes Grant on the return. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Singletary. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
At the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Singletary again. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And Singletary has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes, right side. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Wilson's got it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wilson, 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. at the 38-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a run with Singletary, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Coming to you, coming to you.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Alert, alert, alert. Hey, home.
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Mike, ready?
Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Kill.
On 52.
Watch the twitch.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Switch.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown.
That's it, baby.
John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bills cut into that lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times. That's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
To throw, Bridgewater. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
This quarterback now just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down.
We got double up, double up. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Joseph. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Singletary. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You got it, son. Any weapon.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 2nd down, it's Conner. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Big dash, big dash. Come, come. 66, pull it, high. 51's the mic, 51's the mic. Cut, bravo. Mike, 51, single.
Bridgewater on 1st down. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Conner. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Look, 64. Wait. Mike 51. Mike hustle.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Again, a run with Conner. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Bridgewater. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Mike, 49. Let's go, D. Let's go.
First down, Bridgewater. It's complete to Parker, left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Bridgewater. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. On the draw, Conner. And an alley to run. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And over the middle, this is Parker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Conner. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Conner. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run here with Conner. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Dolphins, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm